Ladies and gentlemen, the Giannis trade saga may be actually coming to a close, like a literal 11 months later after it started.
Until next year.
Until next year. Until next season. Till next trade deadline.
Yeah.
Do you think he pulls out the Leo gif or video from Wolf of Wall Street if he stays in Milwaukee again? Do you think he pulls
Did he already do that before?
Yeah, 100% right after the trade deadline. Run it back.
Yeah, no, I feel like he will be obligated to post the clip at the very end of Goodfellas when Leota's character is in witness protection, just living by himself while all his friends are now incarcerated.
Sure. Giannis did tweet. I'm pulling it up an hour or two ago. God, I trusted you at the beginning, and I will continue to trust you throughout. Prayer emoji, 100 emoji. It's a black and white photo of him walking away in uniform. So the end is near.
It is God in all caps, right?
Yes.
It's kind of yelling.
That's how it started. Yeah.
He kind of rude, honestly.
Yeah. It's a little tough. But yeah, like with the Giannis.
God!
The Giannis news has been just as annoying, if not more annoying, than Jimmy Butler. And I mean that with my whole heart.
It's worse for me because I never felt like Jimmy Butler was pretending to be something he's not.
He was exactly who he was and who he's supposed to be. Yeah.
That's something I can appreciate about the antics, even like just not trade related, but even guys like Draymond. Is I can at least respect that they are not, well, okay, that's not entirely fair. But you know what I mean? They're not under the illusion that there's something higher than they are. They know they're stooping low. They're not trying to pretend like they aren't. And Giannis has been doing the whole fake nice guy thing whenever it comes to toughness and physicality on the court, but also whenever it comes to his loyalty to his team. And I'm just so over it.
I'm proud to have just never been a Giannis guy. I can appreciate what he can do on the basketball court and everything, but never was like, yeah, I love Giannis, or I enjoy watching him. I could never say that I love watching Giannis play basketball because of all the other shit.
Yeah, I mean, it started off rough for me because as he's getting good is when he's going head to head with Harden for these MVPs.
Yeah.
And, so I was just naturally against his success.
Yeah. Naturally.
And then, Harden made it even worse with by turning him into run and dunk man or whatever he said in the Rachel Nichols interview.
That was tough.
But I mean, it's like, kind of right.
Yeah.
A little. Anyway, so yeah, he's always been a tough watch for me, mostly because I don't want him to succeed and he's so incredibly good. And it's just insanely frustrating to be rooting against him or to be playing against him.
And he's just good,
Yeah.
Always is. Well, we do kind of know where he's going, if he is going. It seems like he is going somewhere, and it looks like the Boston Celtics are the leader in the clubhouse. The other team involved is the Miami Heat. It apparently was trying to get some 2, 3, 4 team deals going, and Milwaukee kind of put a stop to that. It looks like it's going to be one-on-one trade team. So it looks like the Celtics have the upper hand because they're offering Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Now, the other question is, on the opposite side, is Boston just tired of Jaylen Brown's streams, or do we think him saying that it was his favorite year of playing basketball in the NBA because he was the number one guy have anything to do with it? Are we protecting Jason Tatum over Jaylen Brown? I don't know. Or is it you just watch the Knicks win the title with a bunch of different things and you think Giannis is going to be a better fit to compete against them, and then a healthy Indiana? I don't know if that's the case. I have no idea what is going on in the mind of Brad Stevens and company, but clearly your team wasn't good enough to move on past the Philadelphia 76ers in this playoffs. Jason Tatum's maybe 85, 90% healthy at that point, so can't really judge him too much, but the rest of the roster is pretty rudderless outside of Derek White,
Yeah.
So adding Giannis as a replacement for Jaylen Brown, you're upgrading. Jaylen Brown is good, did win a Finals MVP for you, has been there for 10 years.
People forget.
He was the number 3 overall pick 10 years ago. it's been a long time with the Celtics, and you're trading that for a guy that hasn't been healthy in the playoffs for roughly half a decade now, right? Since the 2021 finals. I don't know when the last time he was that healthy for a playoff run. Maybe it was 22, but they ended up losing. Like, they don't really get out of the first round. He's always hurt. It's all these things. So you have questions both ways, but maybe it's just better for the team to do this, and maybe it's just like, hey, we think it's going to be better with Giannis as opposed to Jaylen Brown. Who's to say? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, all things equal, assuming health, which obviously is the big question.
Right.
Wouldn't you take Giannis over Jaylen Brown 10 times out of 10?
Yeah.
No shot at Jaylen. I mean,
no.
And
I think
easily
the
the worst player.
What, the 3 or 4 year difference in age.
Yep.
And then the injury history, because Jaylen Brown has consistently just been playing in all these playoffs.
Yeah, I think with that, they're probably starting to do some version of the 2 timelines thing, where you are making your team much older, or a good bit older, because Jaylen Brown is what, 26?
I mean, he's been in the league for 10 years now. He's got to be 28, right?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
I'll
That's
look it
weird. Oh man,
he's 29.
He's about to turn 30. Whoa, that's crazy.
He's our age. Okay.
How old is Jason Tatum?
How old is Jason Tatum?
What year did he come out? 19?
He's a 98, so
28. Okay.
28.
So you're not even doing the 2 timelines thing. You're just saying
you're just,
we've got some interesting young guys that we can maybe keep around if they can stay out of this deal. That could be like a fun little part of the reboot, rebuild, whatever. And then Derek White's getting old. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are about to be on the wrong side of 30. And, you just make yourself a little older. Go all in as much as you possibly can. They're probably looking at the rest of the roster after they cleared out KP and, did their salary downs, Drew Holiday and all those things, and thinking we just need another star. A go get it kind of star.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You're shortening the window slightly, but not by much. If Jaylen Brown's 30 this season, Giannis turns 32. In Bill Simmons's book of basketball, I remember this. He talked about like prime years, and like historically speaking, he just gathered all like the best players or whatever and what ages they were in their primes. It's usually like 27 to 32 is like the 5-year prime window where those are the best years, and those are the years that you can usually pull from most all-time greats. So you're right at the end of the Giannis one, and you're kind of towards the end of the Jaylen Brown one. You've seen the best part of that prime potentially with Jaylen Brown. So like, I don't know if you're sacrificing too much age-wise. It's injury concern for me. That's really all it is. Because I think the contracts are going to, like, you're probably going to make money on Giannis as opposed to Jaylen Brown's contract. He's going to make, 70 at the end of it? So I don't know what Giannis's is. Crazy. But I think with that, you're also going to give Giannis a contract extension. So that's the other part of it. So
yeah, I would imagine. So
yeah, he's not going anywhere without it probably.
Yeah, hold on. I got to figure out how to type so I can figure out what his contract is.
Giannis?
Yeah. I'm almost there.
Okay. Typing's hard. 3-year, $175.37 million that runs through 27-28.
Okay, so player option in 27-28, where he'll be making $62 million.
Sure.
So yeah, surely he's probably going to
opt out
take an extension and opt out. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's actually going to be making more money in 27 than Jaylen Brown is.
Which, not surprising.
Right. And like kind of should. So it's a $1 million swap, basically.
Okay.
You're tacking on an extra $1 million with taking in Giannis.
Man, honestly, what a steal.
It's not bad. Right. It seems like the Bucks are wanting Hugo in this trade.
Yeah.
He's kind of interesting, I guess, and that's your young player, but you're also getting a younger player out of it. So it's like, yeah, you're getting the better player. So yeah, I guess you got to throw something in there. And what that looks like, I don't know. The Bucks wanted an extra lottery pick. They acted like they were going to have an extra lottery pick in this draft, and they may not. But yeah, for the Celtics, it's a move to try to shake things back up in the Eastern Conference and compete with the Knicks and the Pacers. And I'm not even going to say the Cavs, whatever the Pistons look like next year. We'll see. Just leave the Cavs out of it. But And then if you're the Bucks, like you just have a good player. And you're probably going to make the playoffs because it still is the East. You'll be at the bottom of the playoffs. You'll be in between the 6 and 10 range, somewhere in there. I don't know what that team looks like. Miles Turner and Jaylen Brown does not do it for me in any way, shape, or form. KPJ's on that team. Kyle Kuzma, where is he going? This team stinks, actually. They might not make the play-in, but
I mean,
they should make the play-in, but
it'd be dark.
should
Yeah,
make the play-in, but not a fun team to watch necessarily.
I'd be so for the world where Miles Turner signs with the Bucks, and it's this whole anti-Pacers. He didn't like the way they treated him thing, and then he gets stuck in a Giannis-less situation.
Yeah, I think that if the Pacers had won or had kept their lottery pick this year too, it would have been even sweeter.
I still can't believe that happened.
Unbelievable.
Sorry, you said this is totally unrelated, but you said the Cavs, and it reminded me. What's the name of that pod that's got like 6 or however many people on it? They're all talking heads, called like Players Choice, maybe. You know what I'm talking about? The guys that invited that KD said he would go on their podcast, and then someone commented and was like, "Don't do it," and then he ghosted them.
Oh no, I don't know anything about this. No.
I can't remember the guy's name. Great. But the dude who I think gets played as Unk most of the time in these videos was doing like a Jubilee showdown, but like the basketball version.
Okay.
And he was arguing for Tim Duncan, and some kid was arguing that Evan Mobley is better than Tim Duncan all time. Or just that like Tim Duncan couldn't survive in the modern NBA. Like he wouldn't be as good as modern power forwards. I was screaming.
We need to do a better job at educating our youth. Yeah. I mean, we're like on the very edge of millennials, or the very edge of Gen Z, whichever chart you look at, we're on one.
Depends on the day, honestly.
Yeah, like
depends on the cultural reference.
Changes every time. I like to refer myself as more millennial than I am Gen Z, but I don't know if that's good or not. We're tweeners. Whatever.
If my older associates are getting too comfortable relating to me on something, I'll just be like, "Whoa, guys, I'm Gen Z. Don't worry."
Yeah. What is the next generation after Gen Z? Is it back to A?
Alpha.
Yeah, they're back to A. Okay.
Gen Alpha, yeah.
We need to do a good job of teaching the youths, the Gen Zs, the Gen A's, about our version of basketball that we grew up with, and like making sure that our records don't get lost in the ethers, into Basketball Reference, where we're just looking at numbers. We need to make sure that like Tim Duncan, like as much as we hated him growing up, how fucking good he was, because that's insane.
This feels exactly like the kind of conversations our parents were probably having as we were like getting into high school and starting to argue with them about stuff.
It was the LeBron Jordan argument for us, probably. Like I have that conversation with my dad's buddy, who's just a Michael Jordan head, and he can't let it go. And I was like, I never got to see him play. Like Jordan, as good as he fucking was, I never got to see him play with my consciousness. Because he retired when I was 2 years old and then came back when I was 5 years old. So, like, I didn't really see him. When I started watching and remembering basketball, it was literally the 2003 season. Who do you think I'm going to think is my GOAT? It's the LeBron best player from 2003 to 2026, essentially.
James, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Totally.
But
I can still appreciate all the things. And I watched all the documentaries and I read all the books and I did all the things. I did my research. We need to make sure the kids are doing the same.
Oh yeah, I have a buddy who was like, no, a different guy. Keith knows him though. He was like, I watched The Last Dance, and he's like, and yeah, Jordan is the GOAT. And
he got on the propaganda.
I said, oh, so it worked,
right?
And he was like, what? And I was like, the propaganda. And he got really defensive, but
that was right before with him. Bron won his fourth.
Yeah, that's right. They were hedging. Yeah. That's right. They were trying to get ahead of it.
Like, fuck, he might get one in the bubble whenever that happens. Like, go ahead and
release it.
Release the tapes. Which, watching that, you're like, okay, I understand Jordan a little bit better. But I'd also read books and stuff, so it's like,
yeah. I mean, I grew up with Space Jam. Like,
right.
We knew.
I've read several Michael Jordan books, and they're all incredible, and like he's incredible, and whatever. I just never got to see him play. So it's like, I don't know how much faster he was than everybody, or how much higher could he jump than everybody. It seems all fake nowadays, because I see just like 12th men in the NBA do the same fucking layup that Jordan did one time.
Oh, dude, yeah, Jalen Green was doing that up and under thing all the time.
I
Yeah,
saw
I
Deuce
think.
McBride do it in the finals. What are we talking about?
Yeah, no, I mean, like it's all real, and you have to like scale things to the level of competition and the sports science and the athleticism of the day.
It's all different.
Access to the
Not
sport
smoking
and all those
cigars and
things.
playing golf all day right before a game.
Yeah, like we know sleep is important now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bill
but
Simmons talks about it on the pod all the time. He's like, has Tinder and like dating apps like helped players because they don't have to go out clubbing and like for the chase anymore? Like
they just meet up. There's Uber.
Yeah,
somewhere.
like they just go to the hotel room. He doesn't have to do any work. I'm like, yeah,
Wild.
he's not wrong. Like,
oh my gosh,
he's getting better rest. Not on his feet all the time.
Yeah, but anyway, it's gone too far because the kid's argument was like he can't put the ball on the floor, he can't shoot as well, and it's like, first of all, Evan Mobley, what's he shooting, my man? At least Tim Duncan is kissing it off the glass right into the hoop every time.
Yeah, the basketball reference numbers may look the same, but the impact is definitely not.
Oh man!
And the basketball reference numbers, quite frankly, don't look the same at all.
I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you what they look like. But I watched Tim Duncan play, and it was infuriating. And I've watched Evan Mobley play, and sometimes I forget he's on the court.
Also infuriating, just in the other.
Yeah, just in a different way. Yeah. Oh, anyway, the Giannis
shout out to
thing.
Pat Riley though. You know, another swing and a miss, buddy. Another swing and a miss.
Oh man, he's trying.
I
guess. I don't know how hard he's
trying. It seems like he's not trying. I think the one time he did try was Dame, and the owner hated him. So that was.
I don't entirely like. Will it be so bad for Pat if they miss on this one?
Yeah, because the problem is it's Hero where a combination of Wiggins or Jaquez and then 3 first-round picks. Like if you do that, you're selling yourself for Giannis and Bam, and like not a lot of cap space after that. So like, yeah, you're going to be fine in the East until the playoffs start, and then after that, probably food. Yeah, if I had to guess. It goes Wilt, Bam, Kobe. People forget.
That's right. Well, and we got video of Bam.
That one happened for sure.
After playing 82-0, I'm convinced the Wilt Chamberlain 100 points was real.
Well, yeah.
How could he lead so many teams to 82 wins?
It's the only way you can get 82 games.
Yeah.
Wins.
So Shams said something that made Polymarket tweet about an hour ago. They said a Giannis trade is expected to be announced any second now. That's conjecture or whatever. He said at this very hour that the Milwaukee Bucks are moving closer and closer to a trade resolution for Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is Monday night at 8:41 p.m. Central Standard Time, God's time zone. So maybe by the time we're done recording this and you're listening to it, he's already been traded.
I hope so. So we can just get it over with.
Shout out to Mark Stein, it doesn't drop at like 11 p.m.
No, I would like to be awake to be on Twitter for an hour right after.
That's right.
Shout out to Mark Stein, though. He's had this for a minute. He's kind of the first one to start throwing it out there and consistently having accurate information, just like he did with a bunch of other things in recent news. We won't get to that just yet. We will talk about another deal. Yeah. Trae Young, welcome to the worst contract in basketball.
Hey, man, Washington, D.C. For the next 4 years while you're getting just freaking paid. You know how many UFC fights he can go to on the front lawn of the White House?
How many fans were there? I didn't even watch it or see a clip, quite honestly.
I think I've seen a clip.
Okay. It was the least amount of clips I've seen from a UFC fight.
I think there were a lot of people there.
Okay. Sure. I mean, he could do that. He could go swim in that lake that they painted over and the pool.
I don't know about this.
The pool outside the Capitol, and they painted over it, and the paint's coming up because they didn't let it dry completely before filling it back in with water before this fight. Shout out to Trey Young. He's making $1 billion essentially. 4 years, $212 million with a player option in year 4.
It depends on which professional athlete you ask, because to some of them, $212 million or whatever it is not a lot of money.
All right.
After taxes, after taxes, and after you buy a few houses, one for you, one for your parents.
Was
one
it
for your
Lou Will that
sister.
said that he made what 20 million, but then it got cut in half, so he really had 10, but then he bought his parents a $3 million house.
Yeah.
And then he had to pay his agent. And I was like, wait, you
I
had
don't-
$10 million and you bought a $3 million house for your parents? And then he's like, then he gave the cars, the girls, the jewelry, the handbags, the watches, the chains. I was like, okay, you didn't have to get all of those things. Bro.
Exactly.
You could acquire those over time.
Listen, they're just experiencing the same thing that normal people experience, lifestyle creep. You
It's
tell
just a
yourself,
lot more
once I
money.
make this amount of money, then I'm finally going to be more comfortable. But guess what? Then your lifestyle gets more expensive. You buy a bigger house, you buy a more expensive car, you just start buying random crap all the time. And I think there's an opportunity for a little bit of sympathy for the guys saying this, not where they are in their current state, but where they were when they first came into the money.
Yeah, 18 years old and $20 million is a different world.
You're a teenager, or you're like the same age as, we were coming out of college. It's like, what would we know to do with that amount of money? Now, we probably have people in our lives who would give us some good advice. Maybe they didn't. There are plenty of other pro athletes that aren't complaining about it. They're probably fine. Anyway, that's not really what we're talking about. I was just making a joke in passing. Because as someone who does not make $30 million a year,
correct, same,
just kind of rubs.
Wish I did. That'd be a lot of fun.
But I mean, you'd basically have nothing at the end of the day.
Turns out,
so how much fun would it really be?
Well, yeah, if you make $30 million and it gets cut in half because of taxes, and then if I had an agent or a financial advisor, and then that gets cut down a little bit, and then if I bought 4 houses,
mine would be because I just went ahead and did the annual subscription to all the things they keep trying to get me to subscribe.
Yeah. I'm getting 20% tickets. I'm getting season tickets to like all my favorite teams, and I'm not going to live in any of those cities. This is the problem. Like, I'm literally moving in a month.
I'm going to fly.
I'll come to a few games, and then I'm not going to remember to list the tickets, and I'm going to lose.
I was about to say, you sell them. That's an investment.
I'm just going to lose all the money. Trae Young's made 192, 825,403,000 or $100. So $192 million already in career earnings, and he's going to make another 212. So he'll be over the $400 million mark. When Kevin Garnett retired, I believe he was at 260 something, 270 something, and he was the highest paid player of all time. Trae Young is going to surpass that by well over $100 million when he is done with just this contract, and he'll be 31 years old. So he'll re-up for another 4 years probably after that.
No, 4 years.
Someone will give him 2 years. He'll play another 4 years, like CJ McCollum. Shout out to CJ. He just signed with the Hawks, another $21 million deal.
Different kind of player.
Yeah, I liked CJ McCollum. Better small Hawk guard.
Hey, 2 of the Knicks' 3 losses.
People don't want to talk about it.
People keep forgetting. People didn't talk about CJ enough in the Knicks parade.
No, they didn't. I think
too busy talking about people.
No one struck fear into the hearts of the Knicks or the Knicks fans quite like CJ McCollum did, who was 34 years old, by the way, and has made $279 million in his career so far. He's going to hit the $300 million mark this year.
Oh, man.
That rules, dude.
I don't understand what these GMs are doing.
It's strange. So the Wizards, what they did last year is taking a flyer on a hurt Trae Young that wanted out of Atlanta, right?
Sure. Fine.
We were like, cool, a tanking team taking a flyer on a guy for next year. They're going to tank it out. He's hurt, whatever. If he comes back and gets hurt again, it is what it is. They do the same thing with AD. They basically gave up number 30 in this year's draft and 2 second-round picks for Anthony Davis, taking another flyer on another hurt guy that may or may not come back and be really good. And if he's not, whatever, you still have another year or 2 years of that. Yep. Taking flyers. I'm fine with taking flyers. This is no longer a flyer on Trae Young is the issue.
Nope. You're all in.
This is way too headfirst in on a team that you don't know if it's going to work or not with your new number 1 overall pick, who should be the star of the show, should be running the team in a sense of like getting him used to NBA minutes and building the team up from there. This is not that. And that I cannot commend the Washington Wizards for. Everything that I said last at the deadline and everything, I was like, you know what? I get it. This actually is kind of fun. Like maybe next year's good. But now that you have the number 1 overall pick, I hate everything that they've done so far.
They're trying to win now, baby. They're trying to fight with the Bucks for that last play-in spot.
The Bucks and the Heat, baby.
Okay, so let's flesh it out a little bit.
Sure.
Who's your starting 5 with Trae Young? And let's say they draft. I guess we're going to talk about this later. But let's just say Devonta. Yeah, let's just say he goes first.
Let me just pull up their roster so I know who the fuck's on their team. Okay. So it's Trae Young,
AJ, AD.
It's George, right? Keyshawn George.
Would it then be Keyshawn George probably, and then is it Trey Johnson? And they put AD at the 5, but then you're playing pretty small.
And AD hates playing the 5.
Yeah, he's kind of a big, huge.
So it's Sar, Davis.
It's obviously gonna be Sar. So Trey's gonna have to come off the bench.
Sar, Davis, Debansa, George, Young.
Yeah, so you've probably got,
unless you're taking Darren Peterson, which I don't think they're doing. And then it gets really weird because I don't know who your small. Like, is it Leaky Black?
Well, George would probably be your small forward.
What about Cam Whitmore?
Brother. Didn't he have a blood clot? What's he doing right now? I think he had a blood clot. Poor guy. That does suck. Yeah, so Young, Keyshawn George.
Keyshawn, yeah.
Much taller. AJ Debonsa,
sure.
However you say his name. Anthony Davis and Sar. So,
like, fun starting 5. Your bench is abysmal after Trey Johnson. Because Koulibaly stinks. Like, they even hate Koulibaly. And if you are hated by the Wizards, like front office and coaching, you're probably really not good.
I never understood it. Whoa. I never understood the Bilal Koulibaly hype.
Because he played with Wemby, right? He was on Wemby's
team. He did play
with
Wemby, but
he was on Wemby's team, so he probably looked a lot better. And then the Bub Carrington thing, he's like, hasn't really developed the whole time. So it's like your bench kind of still stinks, but your starting 5 is at least entertaining and possibly good if healthy.
They also have your favorite player of all time, D'Angelo Russell.
D'Angelo Russell did opt into, and and
Jaden Hardy.
And Jaden Hardy, my least favorite Mav in the last 5 years. D'Lo, congrats. I'm really happy for my guy D'Lo. I'm fairly certain I need to get in contact with him to make sure this is what's going to happen. He is not going to report to the Wizards. He is opting into, because he had the option to, $6.5 million to play golf for the next year. I think D'Lo might be done. I think he's in the YouTube golf world now. He's getting really good, and he's making a lot of money on these videos. That's what I've learned.
So dumb. That is so dumb.
He just likes golf, and it is what it is. And I understand that. I like golf.
Yeah,
I do the same. If I had a contract with the Wizards for $6.5 million and they told me I didn't have to come in and report, I'd opt in as well and go play golf at all my sick clubs in Miami. Like, he's a member.
I don't know if I could pass up a chance to play with Trae Young.
Well, I will say.
Did you think there was a punchline coming?
No, I was just seeing how long I could wait that one out. D'Lo and AD do have a lot of chemistry. People do forget.
Yeah,
from their Lakers days.
I'm sure. Yeah, from those Lakers days that went very, very, very well.
Once upon a time.
Yeah. So new Bradley Beal. What's next? Oh, speaking of D'Lo,
yeah,
he used to play for a team that you like.
Mm-hmm.
That team that you like just hired a coach.
What a transition.
You know, I can do them anywhere. Have you ever played the game 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon?
I know of it. I don't think I've ever played it.
But you know like what it is or how to play it?
Right. If I know like a person that knows a person that knows a person that knew Kevin Bacon or whatever.
Yeah, it's a theory.
I'm 4 degrees away from Kevin Bacon, essentially.
Well, it's not you. You
Something
play
like
the
that.
game with like a movie. So it's like
okay.
6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. You would pick an actor. Tell me an actor's name.
Will Ferrell.
So I would go from Will Ferrell and make connections from people that he is in movies with until I get to Kevin Bacon.
I don't know what Kevin Bacon's in, so I'd be fucked.
Yeah, well,
Footloose? Is that it?
I don't even know what movies Will Ferrell has been in.
Every comedy of the 2010s.
Is Ryan Gosling in a movie with John C. Reilly?
I don't know. Maybe.
I feel like you should know that.
Yeah, I should, and I don't, unfortunately.
Anyway, you'd be like, Will Ferrell was in this movie with whoever. This movie was in. This person was in this movie with.
Well, you could get to Steve Carell, who's been in a movie with Ryan Gosling.
That's what I'm trying to get to. Crazy Stupid Love.
There we go.
Stop reading my mind.
See, I know movies.
Anyway, that's how I just did that transition. You're welcome. Tell me about Dusty May.
Yeah, back to the Mavs. Wasn't planning on talking about them today, but here we are. The Mavericks hired Dusty May away from Michigan, who literally just won the title 2 months ago, and agreed to an extension with Michigan and never signed said extension, which is very funny. The Mavs are going to have to pay $5 million to Michigan to buy him out. Patrick Dumont is ponying up. What are your thoughts on this before I give my spiel?
I don't have a lot of thoughts on it because I don't watch a lot of college basketball. So I don't have a lot of thoughts on the specific hire. Right. He won. That's got to mean something. Mm-hmm. But I am having a hard time remembering the last time an NBA team hired an older college coach that wasn't like some young, innovative upstart or whatever.
Yep.
And it went very well. Now, maybe I thought Billy Donovan, and maybe he wasn't that old whenever he joined.
He was incredibly young and had just won 2 national titles. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he was younger. In my mind, he's as old as he is now for his whole life.
He's kind of looked the same for the entirety.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But yeah, so he's like the last college coach that I can think of. Well, yes.
Those are the only 2 that have a winning record in the NBA that came from college.
He was before Donovan is what I was saying. Yes. And yeah, he was the young, wasn't he? Yeah. Maybe it was about the same time.
Yeah. I don't remember when Donovan left. Maybe it was 14.
The timeline's fuzzy.
Yeah.
Either way.
So, yeah, Brad Stevens was definitely before. Yeah.
Yeah. So those both worked out good to very good.
Yes.
But I feel like the track record's not there.
Those are the only 2 with a winning record in the NBA, and there's like 12 of them.
Is that right?
Yeah, and like Coach Cal and Patino are the famous ones. Like they came up and were stink. Like obviously, this is a different world now in the college. So this is one way I was kind of able to talk myself into it. It's like he's already been dealing with NIL and recruiting, and like having to like force pavements and have like contracts and all this kind of stuff. That's a little bit different than just what normal college basketball was. That's why a lot of people are leaving college basketball and college football to get out of that, because it's kind of unknown. It's a little wild west action, and then you can go to the NBA or the NFL or whatever and have a little bit more certainty of what's going on. He did just win a national title. He's a really good recruiter. What does that mean for the Mavericks, though? It's like he's not doing all the recruiting. Like the recruiting is going to be from the pocketbooks of Dumont and the salary cap, like what's available, and Cooper Flag, which are very attractive things to some people. However, the Mavericks have never been able to get free agents, ever. They always had to trade for somebody or draft somebody. For whatever reason. And if that's a Mark Cuban thing, we don't have to deal with him anymore. But now you have the Dumont thing where he just traded Luka, or was responsible for trading Luka because of Nico. He did fire him. He fired Kidd. We hired Schmitz. Like now you hire May. So like you've rid yourself of pretty much the entire regime that had anything to do with the Luka trade. All good things. However, I understand that you wanted to hire the college coach, whether it was May or John Shire from Duke. I was against that from the beginning. I was like, just go find the analytical nerd that runs a really good defense or runs a really good offense for whatever team it is. Like Deshaun Sweeney of San Antonio is now going to Orlando. He's the head coach there. I thought that was a really good hire because they're kind of a defensive-minded team. He's a really good defensive coach. We'll see how that works out. Would have rather had that and just kind of grow along with Cooper Flag. A college coach doesn't do that for me. And I just – because there aren't plenty of examples of this working is kind of my issue. And it hasn't happened since 2019. John Beilein was the last coach to be hired from college and to the NBA for the Cavs in 2019, right after LeBron left. didn't really go that well. So also a Michigan coach. So that's the last college coach to get hired to the NBA, and it's another Michigan guy that's a little bit older that had some success. And I don't know, but you do have Cooper Flag. So it's like, what does the coach really matter for? And they're shopping like Daniel Gafford. They might be shopping Kyrie right now. They're definitely shopping PJ. Like, we're moving and grooving. Like, this roster is going to look a lot different post free agency and heading into training camp and all that kind of stuff. How different? We'll see.
Yeah. Of course, they would never say this in the interviews, but this kind of feels like the coach you hire until the coach you really want becomes available.
Yeah, is it like Avery Johnson into Rick Carlisle, where you have like a little bit of success, but it's not enough and it's not good enough, and then you hire Rick Carlisle, who's the really good coach, as opposed to Avery Johnson, who was like kind of an unknown at that point.
Mark Jackson to Steve Kerr, though that wasn't the purpose. Obviously, they just kind of turned out Mark was good and then just not good enough, and
helped some things, but then I don't know, maybe because they kept trying to get John Shire the whole time. That's what it was. They're like,
what's
hey,
he doing?
Coach Coop.
What's he doing that's like so enticing?
He was Coach K's pick to be the Duke guy. I think he just has a lifetime until he wants to retire at Duke. If he can win one title or
no, I mean, what's he doing that makes the Mavs want him?
I don't know. Like, you coach at Duke. Like, your recruiting tool is like, you get to play in Cameron Indoor Stadium and wear the Duke jersey and like compete for Final Fours every year. Like, we have the biggest budget. We have the best fans. This, that, and the other. Like, your recruiting tool is very easy. Is he that good of a coach? Because like that Duke team with Con Knippel and Cooper Flag couldn't win the national championship.
Yes, but also that was a
fault,
freak ending.
Yeah, but that offense was so bad too.
And then then this past year it was a freak ending too that knocked them out.
Yeah.
So
maybe it's weird. It's college basketball. You only get one game. Whatever. So, but I don't know what he's doing on the court that makes the Mavs be like, we need that guy. But Schmitz and Masai are two very smart individuals. So like, maybe they know what they're doing. I have no idea. Yeah. I'm not in the front office and I'm just a fan. So whatever.
So you just feel kind of
I hate the college coach to NBA thing because it's only had two successful things and like really only one really, really successful. Like Billy Donovan was good for a good period of time, but like Brad Stevens was great. Everyone else literally sucked.
Even Brad Stevens never won.
Right. But he turned around a team that got rid of literally everything.
Yeah. He also had Braun in the East. So,
yeah, it's fair. I don't know. So I hate that the college coach to pros, even in the NFL. I don't like that either. So, like, I hated the Nick Saban thing when it happened. I was like, I don't know. And then
that's right.
Fucked my team too. So
personally affected you.
Yeah. So like ever since then, I've been really spurned.
I personally loved Urban Meyer in Jacksonville, but
you know what his first win was against?
Preying on their downfall. Was it the Dolphins?
In London, at 8:30 a.m.
In London, in their home stadium. Mm-hmm. Where do they play in London? Wembley?
It alternates.
Oh,
Wembley's because that's Tottenham, right?
No idea.
No, they play in Tottenham and Wembley.
Wembley's like the historic one.
Yeah. So I think they play in Wembley and then the new Tottenham.
And I think there's an old Wembley and a new one.
Should I pick a Premier League team and just say fuck it? I might get into soccer.
Yeah, go Reds. Pick Liverpool.
I don't like red. Time. I don't like the color red.
Okay, but shut up.
No.
Here's the deal. We just won the title, not this season, but the season before. Just had an awful season. Awful. Arne Slot gone. Lots of interesting young players that we spent a lot of money on that didn't work out this year, but this next year, it's going to be sick.
I'm looking at the team names, it's got to be good.
But they're like, the team names are just the names of the
they're not, there's not really
like
any
the
good
regions
names.
Or stuff like that. You can pick an interesting team that's always trying to fight relegation. That could be fun.
Like Tottenham.
But they're not usually trying to fight relegation.
I know,
they're usually
that was a funny joke for this year, eh?
Yeah, they're usually trying to get out of sixth place.
Yeah. I was trying to get in the.
You could pick Arsenal.
The FA Cup and also a red team.
You could call yourself a gooner.
I do like that. That aspect is interesting, and Saka's cool. I like Saga.
Yeah.
Does Chelsea have anyone good or interesting?
I don't know. I basically took this year off once Liverpool's season was going downhill, and I was like, I had a baby. I've got too much going on in my life.
That's fair. Yeah, maybe I'm not getting into Premier League. We'll just pass that.
It is. I'm at the point where every time you try to get me into hockey or someone else does, I'm just like, I've got enough sports. I'm at my limit.
I think you get one niche sport as a sports fan, and mine might just be hockey.
Yeah, mine's tennis.
I think I'm just stuck. Hockey and golf, I guess. I don't know.
Now mine's kind of chess, if you count that as a sport. It's not, but for viewing purposes.
You want to know what's a sport?
Wait, don't tell me. Oh, are you going to say gymnastics?
I was going to say saying as much dumb shit as possible into a microphone. But yeah, the gymnastics is probably.
I thought you were going to say mental gymnastics.
But mental gymnastics is probably a better way of saying this. Kevin Durant.
This is why I'm in charge of the transitions.
That was pretty good. Kevin Durant, I don't know what podcast he's on. I don't know if you still have that tweet pulled up. Or if not, I don't.
I can find it.
It doesn't matter to me. I don't know if he was asked about this or if he just gave this information willingly. He said when he went to the Warriors in 2016, literally after they lose Game 7 in the finals, he signed 2 weeks later. He went to the Warriors. Hold on.
After the Warriors came back from down 3-1
against his
the
team.
Thunder.
Yes.
Yeah.
After winning 73 games in a regular season, which has never been done before. The only team that ever got that close was 72 wins with Michael fucking Jordan. Like the best team of all time. Everyone.
Like peak Michael Jordan.
Yeah. He said that he didn't really think about the Warriors as a winner, essentially, is what he said. He said he viewed them as an underdog and not a winning organization, I believe were two exact quotes from that. And I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you can view that as not a winning organization. Sure. In the grand scheme of it, and I know he's saying through the 60s or 70s, they have other titles from back then too, by the way. Those actually happened back in the day. They may have been the Philadelphia Warriors at that point, but I don't know. There was still titles with that team before the 2015 title, before the 73-9 season, when you have the unanimous MVP, back-to-back MVP, by the way, and two other All-Stars. The underdog and not a winning organization can fly the fuck out the window because holy hell, how did you get there? How did you even think that way in 2016? They were a Death Star. They were Darth Vader in the opening scene of Star Wars. They were fucking everybody up. I can't believe he thought that way for someone that loves basketball the way that he says he loves basketball.
Yeah. I'm going to let you have the Star Wars thing.
When the lightsaber comes out,
you
cool.
mean you're talking about the end of Rogue One? Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Sure.
Which is freaking sick.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
It's like one of the I had chills.
Rogue One's probably the best Star Wars movie too.
Dang, I'm gonna let you have that one too. I mean, it is pretty awesome. Yeah. People don't want to talk about it because they don't have good taste and they have to hide that behind their Star Wars opinions. Anyway, now I'm thinking about The Last Jedi.
This is an off-season pod if we've ever had one, baby.
As someone who was personally victimized by Kevin Durant joining the Warriors, consecutive seasons.
Yeah.
Or I think 3 seasons. I think we played them the first year he was there too. No, that's not right. That was when we lost to the Spurs in embarrassing fashion.
The last Kawhi good year in San Antonio.
Yeah. What an idiot. That's kind of mean. We usually try to steer away from that direct of an insult. He's not an idiot, but man, he is doing some mental gymnastics, just
he's not an idiot. So why did he say that?
Exactly. I know he's not. That's how I know he knows exactly what he's doing. He's trying to protect his reputation.
There's
nothing to protect.
10 years ago.
Yeah, you should have known immediately. The backlash was enough. You completely ostracized yourself from a teammate you came up with.
Mm-hmm.
Like made him hate you and made an entire fan base hate you. Like they renamed a restaurant in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Because of what he did. He was Kevin Durant's the best player to play for the Sonics or Thunder, period, right?
SGA, I guess, with 2 MVPs and a championship, like has an argument if he finishes his career there, but like
maybe peak for peak, not necessarily when they don the uniform, but
yeah, I'm taking KD's peak over SGA's just because of when they peaked.
I'm going to because the level of just lots of different factors in there. Yeah. Anyway, what are you doing? Just own it. This is like what we were talking about earlier with like Giannis. It's like just be a man, put on your big boy pants, on your freakishly long legs, and just admit you did what you did. You didn't even have to say you chased a ring. Just say like, yeah, they were good. I wanted to play with competitors. There it is. It's over. Like that's it.
I wanted to play with competitors, and I love their style of basketball. I thought I fit in seamlessly.
Steph, which is very funny because he did not fit into their style of basketball like at all. In fact, I watched the Rockets literally be like, "We're okay. Yeah, you shoot it, KD. We'll just let you do this every play."
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just you just lie,
or
no, don't lie. Just tell the truth. Just say exactly what it is. It'll be fine.
Don't even talk. Stop talking into a microphone. Is the first course of action here. The one thing that could have saved KD's like reputation long term with our generation and the younger generation that like loved basketball at that point when he left for the Warriors is when he went to the Nets, instead of going to the Nets, if he had gone to the Knicks. And if they were able to win a title for the Knicks in New York City with Kyrie Irving, and if it was DeAndre Jordan, if it was James Harden, if they put that team in New York City in the Garden, if that is the course of action that they had done and they had risen the Knicks up from the dead, the Knicks had just won 17 games that season. They had been in the dumps for 16-ish years at that point. Like obviously of the 2013 season, they were really good. They won 50 games, but didn't really do anything. You have the mellow years. They were fun, but like overall had just been an utter disaster under James Dolan's tenure as real owner of the Knicks from 2001 on. If they had just gone to the Knicks and had any morsel of like success, if they had gone to a finals, if they had won a finals, like that is the one thing that may have saved him a portion of his reputation and his portion of how we look at him as an overall player and the whole story of Kevin Durant, because it's a very interesting story. I'm excited for all the 30 for 30 documentaries, the Untolds, or all the books that end up coming out in 15 years or whatever it is about Durant. That is the one thing that could have done it. And he went to the Nets and no one gave a fuck in Brooklyn. No one gave a fuck in New York City. He just went into a place that didn't matter ultimately. And it wasn't a bad move by KD. And that might've been the smart move, because going to MSG, you've been scrutinized and under a microscope and everything. It would have been a different version of it. But if you had been able to like take them to the mountaintop, just like you did, just like Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart just did, like they're heroes in that place. Like, and that team's much more New York City and much more Knicks and all that kind of stuff. But KD and Kyrie in a Knicks uniform would have been so sick. I thought about it for a very long time that year in 2018, 2019, leading into that offseason. And I woke up in Rome at, I think, 3 a.m. and saw the Woj tweet that they're getting a full sweep, that the Nets have done a clean sweep and got Kyrie Irving, DeAndre Jordan, and Kevin Durant. I was like, the fuck happened? Over the 6 hours I was asleep. But
well, that was right after the Fun Nets team, right? Yeah.
Yes, directly after, because I literally went to Brooklyn and watched a game of that D-Lo fun bench mob Nets team.
Yeah.
Which was a pretty fun arena and everything. But that's the one thing that could have saved KD at the end, and he didn't do it. And that's okay. But you
I
can't
don't
say
know
you're
if
an
it
underdog
saved
and not a
him.
winning.
I don't know if it would have saved him. Might have made it worse.
It could have made it worse, but it also had the potential to make it so much better in a lot of people's eyes.
It's like a double or nothing situation. You either
Yeah.
save your reputation or you ostracize yourself from another city altogether.
If it's like you're at a casino and you said, I'm only bringing in $500 of cash. I'm leaving my check card in the hotel room. You go back into the hotel room and you empty out your check card after you lose your $500. That's what could have happened, or could have made the jackpot. Could have won it all.
Yeah, but
and he chose neither, and now he's just burning money. I think it's at the blackjack table. That's what it feels like.
What if he would have just gone back to the Thunder? Would they have taken him?
I don't think Prestige takes him back at that juncture. Well, maybe because he just traded Paul George.
Oh, beep, 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 beep. We got a trade.
Is it the trade?
No. It's even better.
Oh,
Minnesota
gross.
is sending
What?
Julius Randle and the number 28 pick in the NBA draft to the Brooklyn Nets in a 3-team trade that sends Nick Claxton to the Chicago Bulls. The Timberwolves will acquire Brooklyn's number 33 pick for Randle and number 28. So
Derek White, welcome to Minnesota.
is this just a salary dump? So you can
Or
take
they
on,
can say, or they can sign Io.
I
That
guess
seems pretty salary dumpy. Like,
you
all right.
gave away the best player in the trade
And really got nothing.
and you got a worse pick back.
And
And Nick Claxton is on the Bulls. Yay for the Bulls.
yeah, sure.
Sure. Another live body.
Real initial thought here. The grossest hoops are going to be watched in Brooklyn this season.
Dude, Michael Porter Jr. and Julius Randle is a fever dream. I actually think I love it. They just skyrocketed up my league pass rankings.
Okay. You let me know how
For
that
all
goes.
the wrong reasons.
Right. Yeah.
Like for the reason we were talking about the B movie today at work. And I was trying to explain.
Shout out Jerry Seinfeld.
I was trying to explain to my coworker who she's just like totally out of touch with meme culture and stuff like that. She's like, why is it popular? I was like, because it's awful. She's like, I don't understand. I was like, oh no, people love watching it because it's so bad. It's so bad, it's good. She's like, okay, kids are so funny. I'm like, yeah, this is what the 2026 Brooklyn Nets are going to look like.
I feel so bad for Julius Randle. He chose the Knicks in 2019 and like helped change the culture with Leon Rose and World Wide West, and like he was the first stepping stone in that.
Had some moments in Minnesota
and was an all-NBA guy in New York, and then they just won the title, and then he just got shipped back to New York to play for the other team that is going to be with Michael Porter Jr. I don't even want to talk about the draft. Draft tomorrow. We're going to recap it later this week.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah, just do the recap. We don't even know
really.
that. We don't even know that much about it. Do you want to just guess who the top 3 will be? Like, just call or shot.
Yeah, sure. We'll go AJ first, right?
Well, no, you guess yours. I'll guess mine. Or maybe top 5. I don't know. I don't know enough players.
We can.
Yeah, let's do top 5.
Sure. I'll go AJ 1.
Hold on, I gotta document this. All right, you've got AJ.
Yeah.
The Wizards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're obviously taking AJ.
They should,
especially with Trey. All right, who's going second?
Danny Ainge is going to do the thing. He's going to draft another guy that refused to take a visit with him as Darren Peterson. Yeah, just makes sense. It's Danny Ainge.
Yeah, I think so too. Drew thinks Darren Peterson's going to fall to like 5th, or he just said he would take him there.
He wouldn't take him top 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the top.
But
3
I'm also
probably...
like, who would be the 4th person in that, Drew? Let us know in the comments there, buddy.
I have an idea of who it could be, but I don't know enough. I'm just basing that off of some hype.
Just don't really love.
So I'm assuming the top 3 are chalk for us. You got Boozer 3.
Yeah, the most grit and grind player of all time.
Makes the most sense. Yeah. I love all the people coming out being like, actually, Kim Boozer is not good. Like, what?
I'm like, okay.
I again at work we were having a conversation. One of my coworkers, so Wemby came up, and another guy from across the room goes, "Not as good as advertised."
I agree.
And I know you do. I just had a moment where I was like, why are so many people in my life making me defend Victor Wembanyama?
Yeah, it's tough.
Oh,
It's mostly my fault, but
yeah, no, it's not.
okay. Caleb Wilson 4.
Yeah, probably Wilson 4. Okay, but who you got 5? This is the real money
This
maker.
is where it gets weird. So like, you just got an undersized guard in Garland, right?
Yes.
And you're kind of in a position right now that there are no other small forwards or centers or power forwards worth taking with 5.
Sure.
I see a trade.
Oh, you think they're going to trade out of it?
I think they trade out of it to someone that's desperate for one of these guards, whether it's the Kings.
Oh, well,
the
maybe
Nets,
it's me.
The Hawks, the Mavs. I think the Bucks could get in this. Like, I think someone's going to get involved here, and it might just be the fucking Thunder.
Who would I
go get their guy?
Who would I trade to get the 5th pick?
But
from the Rockets.
Jalen Green, baby.
I mean, yes, if he was on the roster. Let's see. I would trade so many players, honestly, on this team for the 5th overall pick.
It's either that or they just take Burries.
Better question is who wouldn't I trade? Okay, see, I think Darius Acuff is going to be the 5th pick. Okay. I think he's going to jump over some of these other guards.
He's got the hype, and he's younger.
Yeah, or the hype's going to be all for nothing. And he's going to fall to like 13. It's going to be like the most like reverse
100%
pivot thing. Yeah.
Because I can see the Clippers trading down, getting another asset out of this, and taking one of these Michigan guys, or even Steinbach from Washington.
Okay.
Just to get a little bit bigger because you traded Zubac. That's my idea. So I'm either I don't mind the Acuff. Yeah, Acuff's probably the riser.
Dude was so sick in the tournament.
Yeah. So trade tonight, as you're listening to this, we'll be watching some players' lives get changed and hopefully not spend too much money after they get their signing bonus.
Oh, Naz Reid's going to start at power forward. That's probably long overdue.
Oh, is this coming from Shams? See, yeah, flexibility to retain IO.
No, John Krasinski.
From The Office?
Yes, the Timberwolves writer for The Athletic, but yes, it's the same name.
So this was flexibility to retain IO and use exceptions. Nets acquire a 3-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA. People forget forward and Randle into their cap space plus a first rounder. Chicago uses part of its space and talented athletic center in position of need with $30 million in room left. Yeah, that was just a pure dump, so you could keep IO, which I don't
tell you what. He's going to unload the clip in New York.
Hey, Michael Porter Jr. was almost an all-star this year because he was doing that, so I don't hate it.
Oh, man.
That's it. We got to get out of here.
Yeah.
That'll do it for the Apollo NBA show. We'll be back later this week to talk about the NBA draft. First round is happening tomorrow night, or tonight as you're listening. Tomorrow night will be second round. So we'll be back either Wednesday or Thursday at some point talking about the first round, recapping that, and any other breaking news. Hopefully the Giannis trade is over with before the draft or during the draft. I don't care when. Just get it over with so we can get it over with and talk about it and never have to talk about it again. That'll do it for the Apollo NBA show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on YouTube at the Apollo NBA show. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Make sure to subscribe to us on audio podcast platforms like Apple, Spotify. We got video on Spotify as well. Check us out there. Social media, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Apollo NBA or Apollo NBA show. Follow us there, and we'll be back later this week with an NBA draft recap episode on the Apollo NBA show.